Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, and Archer. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Justin Cummings.
Hey guys!
Today, Justin and I will be doing our rendition of Survivor, Legend of Korra. Backed by popular demand, actually. We did one... Yeah, somehow. We did one of these last week for Steven Universe, where we play a simulated season of Survivor with Steven Universe characters, and for some reason people actually like that, so we're back here with doing it for The Legend of Korra. Basically, we'll be casting the season, dividing up the characters from Korra into tribes, and then we'll be playing out the season. I thought about this, and it's kind of like we're just writing a fanfic, like as we're going, except we're kind of trying to be objective about it. It's like this is how this character is going to interact. Like Steven Universe did not go how either Justin and I would have wanted it to go. So it's really just it's not like a wish fulfillment fanfic. It's like the most realistic Korra Survivor fanfic. And if you've never seen Survivor, I think you'll be okay listening to this. We'll explain most of the things, and Korra knowledge is probably necessary though to listen, because we'll just be talking about like character motivations and how they play the game and stuff like that. Overlyanimated.com is where you can find out everything about this podcast. You can search for Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Let's jump right into this. So the first thing is we're going to establish the parameters of the season and then cast our tribes.
What shall we play this time?
Cast the season and divide into tribes. So first thing, I want to give us a location where this is taking place. We didn't do this last time. Okay. But I think the obvious one is Air Temple Island. So Survivor Air Temple Island here. Okay. There's some other options for the Avatar universe, but I feel like those are better for when we do just Avatar characters, you know. So let's have this take place on Air Temple Island. I mean, this is going to advantage some of our contestants who've lived there before, but that's okay. It's like Thai in the current season of Survivor is originally from Vietnam. This is in Cambodia. That's kind of like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
close enough.
Close enough. So here's my proposal. We did 3 tribes last time, and we did a gimmick with Brains Beauty Brawn. How about this time we just do like a classic Survivor season, 2 tribes, no gimmick. They haven't done this in forever. Like, I was looking back the last time there was 18 contestants, 2 tribes, and I could, like, not find it. But I want to cast 18 contestants, 2 tribes, no gimmick. I feel like this is the time to do no gimmick because this is
18 or 16?
Let's do 18. I saw 16 and I saw 20, but I want to do 18 here. I think that's a good number. Because it's not like we're going to have medevacs, because if you did, you could have 20 and then rattle it down. But we're just going to do a straight. Yeah, Tocantins was 16, so I was going to base it off that. But I feel like we're going to want more spots. Here's my question. We got to name the 2 tribes. We didn't do this because last time they had the names from the gimmick. So,
And then Team 1 versus Team 2, which was
so we'll keep just 2 names of 2 tribes here. What Airbender-related tribe names come to the top of your head? It's a tough one. It's like, I don't know, it's like bison. Is it like it's like pagoda for Air Temple Island? Is it like I don't know. There's
I almost want to pull a total drama, name it after animals, and have the flying bison versus the screaming lemurs.
Yeah, like lemur versus bison. We could do that. Do it. Lemur tribe, bison tribe. Okay, let's do. Okay, so here's how it's gonna work. Last time we were like going through the characters and like, are they a beauty brawn or brains? This time I want to go through the characters, and we only have 2 questions to answer. We have one, are they like going to be cast on the season? There's 3 options here. There's yes, which means I'm going to immediately random number generator them to one of the 2 tribes, or maybe, in which case we'll do it at the end and we'll try to like figure out who makes the cut, or no, which we'll probably not get to because we'll do main characters. And then I also want to know, like, would this person be a good Survivor contestant? Like, what's their social game looking like? What's their strategic game looking like? Are they like a physical threat? Stuff like that. So let's start this off. I mean, one direction to go here. Korra, in or out on Survivor Legend of Korra?
I think we kind of have to say yes on that one, or the fans will kill us.
Is Korra a good Survivor player? I think that's an interesting question.
I think she'd definitely be a physical threat. It depends. What season are we casting this after? Because if it's like post-season 4 Korra, then she has a lot more social game.
Right, I agree. I think that season 1 Korra would be an awful, awful Survivor contestant. And then post season 4 Korra would be like potentially better, right? Because this is going to matter for relationship dynamics too. We're going to go post season 4. They finished the series finale and now we're immediately going to play Survivor. So that's what's happening here.
So you're saying Korra and Asami walked straight through to Survivor?
They went to the portal. Yeah, well, we could have done Spirit World as the location too. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, the Korra and Asami went through the portal and are now going to play Survivor as their honeymoon period. So do you think? Okay, so she's obviously a better Survivor player post book 4, but do we think she's a good player because she's still hot-headed?
I think she'll be a lot kind of like Natalie Anderson, because no one thought Natalie was going to win, but because she was that kind of hot-headed character, but she was able to control it long enough to get to the end and win.
I feel like Natalie's more composed than Korra. I don't know. Okay, so I think Korra is gonna be probably good, somewhat good socially post book 4. She's gonna be good physically. I'm not necessarily sure if she'd connect to the strategic elements of Survivor.
True.
Yeah, she never was one for like politics of anything in the Survivor world.
She would kind of pull a Lex, get one vote, and then not leave people alone for 3 days about who gave her that one vote.
Oh yeah, she would totally blow up when someone voted for her. Yeah, I agree. So, okay, let's generate Korra's tribe here. She is going to be on the Lemur tribe number 2. Ooh. Okay. So where are we going next? Let's cast. There's Team Korra, so let's go next to Mako. Okay, Mako, good survivor. Obviously, he's on the season. Good Survivor player or not?
I think he'd play a bit more subtle. I think he could possibly get pretty deep in the game.
I feel like
as long as he doesn't speak.
Usually Survivor players who get to the end and don't do that much and don't get any votes at the end are women. They're considered the floaters. I feel like Mako is going to be a male floater.
I've seen male floaters before.
There's been male floaters. Usually, it's not that's not my judgment. That's the perception of how Survivor's played. But I feel like Mako's a male floater. I think that, I think he's, I don't know. I don't see Mako connecting strategically to the game either, honestly.
Yeah.
But that being said, he's him as a cop, maybe there's something there, Is he Tony?
The question is, could he play that strategically enough? Like the whole emotional, I'm a cop, or would he be more, I am a cop, I deserve to win?
I feel like Mako is, maybe I could see Mako being a better Survivor player than Korra. I think Mako's less likely to be voted out early than Korra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. At the very least, he's a physical threat, and his social game maybe not that great, but we'll see. He's very sporadic in his connections throughout the course of the show. So let's generate a tribe for Mako. Tribe number 1, the Bison tribe, so not on Korra's tribe. Interesting.
I think that honestly benefits Mako.
I think it benefits both of them, probably. Let's move to Bolin here. Bolin, my initial impression of Bolin is that he'd be a great social player and a bad strategic player.
But people like that have won the game.
They have won the game. Doesn't mean he can't win, but I don't know. I don't see Bolin making incredible strategic moves.
I say put him in, honestly.
He's definitely getting in the game, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think that he's. That being said, I think he's gotten into things before. I could see him just getting really into Survivor and then just running with it and being this great Survivor player or something like that, or he thinks he is. Anyway, at the very least, he's gonna have a great social game because everyone loves Bolin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's generate a tribe here. On tribe 2 with Korra, so separated from his brother. Interesting. The Lemur tribe, I should say. Okay, and here's Asami. Obviously, I feel like it's going to be one of our favorite. I feel like Asami's the Lapis of this game. We're going to want her to win, but who knows?
I have my favorite.
Well, there's other favorites here. There's lots of people you could want.
True.
So Asami, it's interesting because I think she's obviously very smart and very like social. Like she could like do really well in this game if she cared enough about the strategic elements. I've never seen Asami be like super competitive or like cutthroat. I feel like. So I don't know. She might lack that element to a certain extent. There's also the element of if she's with Korra, you know, how's that going to distract her from the game, right?
She is though pretty. I mean, we've seen her play Pie Show. She's
that's
brilliant.
true. Yeah. She's kind of cutthroat in that regard. Yeah. So Asami could be a sleeper pick. I mean, I don't know if she's a sleeper pick. She might be like the favorite of the season to a certain extent. She's kind of got it all, obviously.
She raises the question though: is bending allowed? I think we kind of have to ban that because
bending is not allowed on this season. I mean, we're going to bring them on into the mix, so there's no way we can allow bending. No bending in here. Let's see what tribe Asami is. If it's the lemur tribe, then we're going to get some interesting dynamics. And if she's with Mako, that'd be interesting too. She is with Korra on the lemur tribe. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing for their tribe, honestly. It depends. Let's move here to Tenzin. I mean, he's definitely on. Tenzin, I feel like, is another character who might be lacking like the cutthroatness to do well on Survivor.
He's gonna get blindsided, and it's gonna be funny.
Tenzin will definitely get blindsided. That being said, he could do okay. I don't know, maybe
he could.
Okay, so not super high expectations for Tenzin. He's definitely on Let's Generate the Tribe. Also on Tribe 2. Interesting. We have the Korra Tenzin bond going on.
This is like when we had Greg, Steven, and Rose on one tribe at one point.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing, yeah. Let's bring the mom into the mix, Lynn. That's how that works, right?
That's my sleeper hit right there.
Lynn, okay, tell me about Lynn.
Okay, here's the thing. First off, the mother character typically goes pretty deep in the game. She's at least going to make the merge because no one wants to get rid of her. Because she's actually like there talking to people, helping, really good at the social game. And I think Lynn does fit that archetype. I feel like she would do that. Question though, are we putting the kids in at all?
The airbending kids?
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely dropping the age requirement because we did that in Steven Universe. I think we're at least putting 2 out of the 3 kids in. We'll see on Milo, but
I was going to say, wait, we're not putting all 4?
All 4, yeah, exactly.
But no, yeah, all 4 kids. Just put the baby in there.
Yeah. And we're definitely not putting Rohan in too. So.
But no, I think if she's with her kids, that might honestly be a disadvantage. But I think she could go pretty deep in the game. I mean, I can't really see anyone wanting to get rid of her.
Lynn, with not her kids, but yeah, Lynn Beifong, like
crap!
Yeah.
I'm
I feel like
wrong.
you're talking about testing our Survivor knowledge here about Pema. Pema's an interesting player. I don't know if she'll make the cut. Okay, so ignore everything we just said. We're talking about Pema right now. So
yes.
I think Pema's definitely on the maybe list, right? I don't know if there's a lot of good characters we need to include. Pema's interesting.
You said flip side, and I got all mixed up.
I could see Pema being I feel like she could be cutthroat enough, you know. I agree, like with her kids there, it might not be. It might, yeah, that might distract her, but yeah, that's an interesting player. I kind of want to put her in because we've seen her get like feisty and competitive before, so that would be an interesting inclusion. Definitely not. We can't auto include Pema though. But back to Lynn. I feel like Lynn is
Lynn Beifong.
Lynn Beifong. Yeah, I should start saying names like that. Lynn Beifong, definitely not lacking the cutthroat element like some of these other players here. Lynn, I think the big question with Lynn is like, is her social game up to snuff? She's pretty awkward.
I think also, can she not command her tribe too much? Because she could become that like team leader where at first it's like, great, we're getting a shelter built, and then it's like, okay, now we're on like hourly schedules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Lynn became more subdued by the end, but I'm not sure. Well, we'll see on that. She's definitely getting cast though. Major character. She's on tribe number 1 along with Mako. So we have the cop the cop buddy.
Cops are us.
Yeah, cops are us tribe and the bison tribe. Okay. So where are we going from here? We are going to, so there's the villains, and then there's there's Boomy and Kaya. So I think Boomy and Kaya are going to be maybes. We'll see if they make the cut.
I love that.
They're probably going to make the cut, but so we're not going to cast. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this. We are not casting Avatar characters who also appear in Korra. So no Toph, no Zuko, no Katara. Because they're going to be cast on Survivor Avatar, and I don't think they should be in both because then that screws with our timeline. So
true. Yes, our beautiful timeline where Rose and Steven coexist, and
exactly. So no Toph on here, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's move to. So let's move to Varric here. Varric's definitely getting
Yes.
Any chance Varric wins this game?
Yes, he could win the game.
How could Varric win this game? That's not
okay. Here's how Varric wins the game. First, he's just got to. Sorry, I hit my mic. He's got to lay low long enough to get to the merge. Once he makes it there, he's just got to kind of make small alliances, nothing big, but just little moves, and just not get voted out.
You really think Varric can contain himself the entire time and just like not just go crazy?
I see him as a beautiful mix of Troyzan.
I can see that. And Bob Crowley.
Bob did win.
Why is he Bob Crowley?
Because they're slightly older. I don't know.
I can see. I like the Troyzan comparison. That's accurate. I think that Varric.
Wait. It depends on where Julie is.
Well, if Julie even gets cast, let's put Julie in the maybe pile for now and come back to her. But I think Varric could totally be the first boot, but also could do kind of well. So I don't know. Last in Steven Universe Survivor, we had Jamie kind of just like play it up too much and get voted out first. That could be Varric.
Fair enough.
He's starring in his own mover here. How's he going to react to that?
Oh, that's a great point.
Is Varric producing Survivor Korra?
Is he?
I don't know. That's maybe.
Oh, no.
I don't know if he could star in it if he was. Let's cast Varric on a tribe here. Tribe number 2, the Lemur tribe.
Oh God.
This tribe is a lot of people so far.
Ooh, Varric Bolin alliance.
Oh yeah, definitely the Varric Bolin alliance. Is Bolin still mad at Varric? No, right?
No, they're friends now.
They're fine now. Okay, let's cast the airbending kids, or which ones we're going to put on. We're not going to put Rowan on, and we're definitely putting Janora on. I feel like Iki and Milo are maybes, but let's cast Janora here. Obviously, I'm going to be biased towards Janora. Janora is going to be the Connie of this game. But
you'll screw her over.
in that she should win but won't win, right? Like Connie didn't even win Survivor Steven Universe. So Janora here, she could. I feel like she's going to be the most on top of like Survivor knowledge and like the strategic game. Is her social game a problem? And is she going to like go too hard in the painter, or is she possibly capable of being too cutthroat?
She kind of, to me, feels like a mix of Connie and PD, where like PD, no one saw him as a threat, and I don't think people initially look at Janora as a threat unless they actually know her. Like, the people who know Janora are going to be scared as heck because they know she's brilliant.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think she probably won't be targeted. Maybe she could be targeted early. That might be a problem. But yeah, she could win the game, I think. I don't know if she's necessarily friendly enough with everyone, but everyone does. I mean, we're talking about like a child compared to everyone, right? So it's hard to tell. But yeah, but that being said, this is post book 4, so she's older now. So she's probably somewhat of a closer chance to it. We'll see if we cast Kai. We're going to put Kai in the maybe pile. And yeah, let's cast Janora. I think Janora wants to be on the Spicin tribe with Mako and Lin. I think that'd be a good spot for her, but we'll see. And she's not. She's on the Lemur tribe with everyone else.
Okay, so how many people are on the Lemur tribe now?
6 people.
5, 6. It's going to come to a point where we just start putting everybody with Mako and Lin. Like, we have to. Like, we're running out of spots.
Well, not yet, though. So so do we want Iki on this season?
Put her in the maybe pile. I feel like there's bigger picks.
See, I'm looking at the maybe pile. I think Iki's an include. Well, okay, let's put Iki on the maybe pile, sure. Personally, I'd prefer her to everyone else in the maybe pile, but we'll see.
But Kaya.
I mean, I want Kai on too. There's a lot of people. Let's, Milo, I think we're going to say no. I think
Yeah.
there's too many people to have Milo on. He's too young. He doesn't meet our age requirement of like 10 or something. No Milo on the season.
Our age requirement is 12 3/4.
Yeah, exactly. That's not yeah. Let's keep it to this show. Come on. What about, Tonrak? Korra's father. Korra's mother not going to have cast, right? No way. But Senna's not going to make the cut. But is Tonrak going to make the cut?
I don't know. That's a great question.
I think that Tonrak would be the Andrew Savage of the season. I think that would
fair enough comparison.
Yeah, I think we're going to put him in the maybe. We'll see. Okay, how about the villains? I think Amon's got to make it, and Zahir's got to make it, and Kuvira's got to make it, and then our season 2 villains can be maybe.
No.
They can be maybes. Let's cast Amon. Got to make the season. Is there any way Amon can win?
I don't think there's... Honestly, the only villain I could see maybe winning is Kuvira, just because everyone hates them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we're fine with him. We're bringing him back from the dead, obviously, and I don't know. Well, he's probably not going to do that great. I mean, he'd be great strategically, but I don't know who he's going to connect to out here.
True enough.
Let's maybe he's going to rally against the unfairness in Survivor Korra. Let's put him on a tribe. He's also on the Lemur tribe. Okay.
Oh God.
That's probably not a great spot for him.
It's really not.
Yeah. Let's cast Kuvira. I think Kuvira could do well.
Yeah, she could.
I think people are okay with her maybe after season 4. I mean, they're not thrilled with her, but
I mean, she's alive, so there's that.
She's alive. I think she could be. She has people rallying around her. I think she's like a threat in every regard of this game. Let's put her on tribe number 1 with Mako and Lin. Interesting.
Whoa.
What about Zahir?
Zahir is interesting because
I think
he's done some really messed up stuff, but he's still a smart player.
He's definitely cutthroat. He's definitely super smart. He could definitely win the game, but is anyone going to connect with him?
Maybe.
Let's put
not
him on
Korra.
a tribe. He's also on the Bison tribe.
Okay, I think that's a better spot for him, honestly.
Mako, Lin, and Kuvira. Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll get a bunch of villains there. We'll ignore the season 2 villains for now. Let's go to... can we have kites play the game? Is that allowed? I don't know about that.
Who was that again?
Our kites, our spirits.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think they're allowed. No animals either. I don't want Pabu or Nagan.
Ooh,
yeah.
Is Juan allowed?
Juan, we can put him on maybe. The timeline doesn't add up here.
None of this does. Amon is dead.
That's just a lie. Come on.
No, that.
Tarlock.
Ooh, that's an interesting. Wait, isn't he dead too?
He's also dead, but we.
Oh, okay.
I wanna. We'll put him in the maybe. Okay. There's a lot of
the Oviverse where anything can happen.
Are we missing anyone that we need that in this season? Let's look.
Opal.
Oh, obviously we need to cast Opal. We put Kai in the maybe. Opal is definitely getting in. So Opal, Opal is the lapis lazuli of Korra for sure. She's definitely cutthroat. She's definitely smart. She could be social. Could totally win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, will enough people connect with her? Maybe she'll get too angry, stuff like that. We'll see. Is she okay with Bolin right now? I guess yes, because this is post book 4. So let's generate it. She's on tribe 2 with Bolin. Okay.
We're at 8 people on that tribe, right?
We are at 8 people, yeah. So only one more spot, and then we'll just throw everyone else onto the Bison tribe. Okay. So are we missing any other obvious players? Desna and Eska.
No, I mean, you said no season 2 villains.
They're not villains. Come on. Be fair.
Okay.
I'm looking through the character list.
Pabu.
General Iroh.
Okay, he could be a good player.
Izumi. Izumi, Zuko's daughter, right? Yeah. I don't think
Yes.
she's not major enough. General Iroh, let's put him in the maybes. Who else we got here? We got, like all of, Su Beifong, definitely getting in. Okay. Where are we putting, Su Beifong? I feel like she's a big threat to win the game too.
Yeah. Plus, she has the whole, I'm fighting for my kids and my city thing going on there.
Good story at the end. She is going
Great story.
on. She is our last member of our lemur tribe. Okay, so now everyone else is getting on the bison tribe. I feel like this random number generator is biased towards 2, but we'll see.
I'm sure if we ran it 100 times, it would balance out.
It would balance out, yeah. President Raiko, no, not making it. Who else? And all of Sue's kids, I feel like, except for obviously Opal or Nose. Scoochie, we got to cast Scoochie on this. No, Shiro Shinobi, no, we're probably not casting him either.
Pabu.
But we said no animals. No.
But
Pabu.
talking Pabu from the Movers.
No, that doesn't count either. What about Tano? I feel like we could cast Tano. Maybe. Let's put him in the
Over Julie.
We'll put him in the maybes. Let's run through this list. Who else we got? There's Lieutenant from season 1. That could be Lightning Bolt Zolt. There's a lot of characters in the show. I mean, we have to put Unalaq in the maybes.
Fine.
I don't want him either, but we'll put him in the maybes. How
many spots are left on the Bison Tribe? 5 spots?
There are 5 spots left, yeah. So This is going to be
crunch time.
We had the other season 3 villains, which aren't going to make it. Yakone, not going to make it. Hasuk, unfortunately, gets left out. Hiroshi Sato. Maybe. Let's put him in the maybe.
Yeah, that's a maybe. That's interesting.
And then, Rava and Vatu are not qualified because they're kites. And, let's cut it there. Okay, so here's our maybe problem. Only 5 of these can make the cut. Let's run through them. Pema, Bumi, Kaya, Julie, Kai, Iki, Tanrak, Wan, Tarlok. What is this name? Something. Tano, Unalaq, Hiroshi. G-E-R. I can't read my own handwriting. So, something with a G.
General Iroh.
General Iroh. There you go. That doesn't even come close to looking like this. Okay, I want to eliminate some right off the bat here. Wan's not making it.
Okay.
I think that Tanrak is not going to make the cut from this list. I think that General Iroh is not going to make the cut from this list.
No.
Tano is not either.
Nope.
And then other than that, it's tough. So, who stands out to you? Pema, Bumi, Kaya, Julie, Kai, Iki, Tarlak, Unalaq, and Hiroshi.
See, I really like both Pema and Kaya.
I like Pema and Kaya. I mean, for me, number 1 on this list is Iki, but she's not the most major character from it. Maybe Bumi. I think Bumi is probably the most major character.
I'd argue that one, but that's just my opinion of the series.
Let's cut Unalaq, just because he's obviously going to be the first boot. So why even bother? Why even bother? You're off first, Unalaq. You're not making it. Okay, so that makes it easier. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. 5 spots, 8 possible. I feel like Hiroshi and Tarlok are cuts.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
I think Tarlok could be good, and Hiroshi, yeah. So Pema, Bumi, Kaya, Julie, Kai, and Iki. I feel like those are all people I want on the season, but only 5 of the 6 can make it.
Yeah. This is tough.
I think Bumi and Kaya are on.
Mm-hmm.
I think Iki's on.
All right.
So Pema, Julie, and Kai. You know who's the least? I mean, like the least major of those characters is definitely Pema and Julie.
But Varric needs Julie to win. He really does.
I mean, this isn't about Varric winning. This is about the season. So I think that we're going. I don't know. I kind of want to cut Julie here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll cede.
I think she's the most minor. Yeah. Okay. So Pema, I think Pema was next. So Pema makes the season. Pema could be good. Boomy, I feel like, is sketchy. Kaya could be good on the season. Kai and then Iki. Okay. So how are these two tribes stacked? I feel like this is too many people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 and 9. So let's go through our tribes. The Bison tribe. Mako, Lin, Kuvira, Zahir, Pema, Boomy, Kaya, Kai, and Iki. The Lemur tribe. Korra, Bolin, Asami, Tenzin, Varric, Janora, Aman, Opal, and Sue.
Okay.
Interesting. Who do we like winning challenges? These are kind of even, I think.
There's a lot of kids on the Bison tribe.
There are, Janora's on the Lemur tribe, Iki's on the Bison tribe. Kai, I feel like, is not a physical liability. Neither is Janora, though.
Sure.
I don't know. I feel like these are even tribes. So let's run the season. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do random numbers to generate who wins the challenges and goes to tribal, and then we'll figure out the strategy from there. So, let's start this off. Winning challenge number 1 is the Lemur tribe. So Bison tribe going to tribal council right off the bat. Let me give you the list again, and then we'll run through who's going to make initial alliances. Mako, Lin, Kuvira, Zahir, Pema, Boomy, Kaya, Kai, and Iki. So I think I agree. Mako and Lin are going to connect right away.
Can Boomy and Kaya work together?
I think yes. I think that's a thing. Would Kuvira and Zahir get along? I think they're opposites.
I think they would know they're on the outs.
So they might have to work together. Kai and Iki. Do Kai and Iki get along? I don't know.
I think enough.
Maybe.
I don't think they dislike each other.
They have the Janora connection, but that's kind of it. I think those 4 are gonna be a team. Boomy, Kaya, Kai, and Iki.
What about Pema?
Oh yeah, and Pema too in that grouping for sure. Because Iki's
so
in
we're
there.
Thinking those 5, then Lin and Mako, and then Zahir and Kuvira.
So I think those 5 are going to team up with Lin and Mako to start with for sure.
Yeah.
Who's orchestrating this whole thing? Who's leading? It may be Pema.
I think Pema could lead the 5.
Yeah, and then Pema wants to bring Mako and Lin in, and Lin just isn't. I don't know. I think Lin. I don't know if she connects enough with Pema and Boomy and Kaya in order. Lin and Kaya get along though, so maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's an interesting sub-alliance. But they're definitely voting out Zahir or Kuvira.
That's not a question.
Who's getting the boot to start with? Who would you target here?
I would target the one who's literally a cult leader.
Yeah, I would do. I would definitely target Zahir. Who knows what could happen if you keep Zahir around. But Kuvira, at least you can maybe try to work with her. Maybe she's reformed. So Zahir is our first boot off of Survivor Air Temple Islands. That's a shame because I think Zahir could win the game if only he was also with a bunch of other terrible people.
We need the tribe has spoken on a soundboard.
We do. The tribe has spoken. You said that last time, I think. So Zahir not in. Episode 2. The Bison tribe bounces back and wins the challenge. The Lemur tribe going to tribal council. Let me run through who it is and then we can figure out alliances. Korra, Bolin, Asami, Tenzin, Varric, Janora, Aman, Opal, and Sue. There's a very obvious boot for this list. So who's going to be in the alliance? You have 3 members of Team Avatar who are going to be aligned, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you're definitely going to add in Janora and Opal to that list. And then Tenzin as well. That's like a strong 6. Then you have Varric and Sue, who are friends. So that's a thing. But everyone's friendly except Aman. Can Aman do anything to turn the tides here? Haha. Anyone he could throw under the bus. Could he say, like, we need to get Varric out now because he's too schemy?
I don't know.
No, there's nothing. I think Aman's going home here.
You mean back to the graveyard?
Back to the graveyard. Under the sea, as he is. Aman is... putting the villains on is just like...
It's a bad idea.
Asking for them to instantly be voted out. Aman is the second person voted out here. I think because we're keeping this as traditional of a season as we can, as long as the tribes stay balanced, we'll just ride these tribes to the merge, I think.
Okay.
But if we start to get unbalanced, we'll switch it up. So... Episode 3, Lemur tribe wins immunity this time. Bison tribe, Mako, Lin, Kuvira, Pema, Boomy, Kaya, Kai, and Iki. Anything Kuvira can do to not get voted out here. Kuvira goes to Lin and Mako, says you're on the outs of that 7. Maybe Lin tries to turn Kaya and Bumi. But what's the point of that? Because they don't see Kai, Pema, or Iki as threats, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'd go for that.
Could she go to the others and say Bumi's a threat?
Yeah, but I don't think Kaya's going to break from Bumi. And, yeah, I mean, it's short-sighted, but I think Kuvira's definitely going here.
Yeah.
Okay, Kuvira is our 3rd member, and all of our villains are gone. So that was great. Great idea there, including the villains.
I think next time we're going to not do villains.
I mean, they're major characters.
But it's the 2nd time in a row this has happened.
Yeah, you're right. Yellow Diamond also went out early. Yeah, it's not a good idea. Okay.
Jamie was the exception.
He was. Varric has managed to contain himself so far. Bison Tribe wins Tribal Council, very even. Lemur Tribe back to Tribal Council. Now it's interesting. Korra, Bolin, Asami, Tenzin, Varric, Jinora, Opal, and Sue. What stands out to you here as a big alliance that can emerge?
Well, Team Avatar is sticking tight.
Does Team Avatar include Opal?
I think Bolin would make it include
Bolin
Opal.
would make it include Opal. Does it include Jinora?
I think Tenzin would make it include Jinora.
Well, is Tenzin's in the alliance too?
I said it's so stacked.
So we're targeting either Varric or Sue here.
Mm-hmm. I don't honestly. I think
how could Opal target her mom though?
So I think Varric's going.
Yeah, but Bolin wouldn't want Varric go.
Oh, it's Survivor All Stars. No.
Yeah. So what's happening? Does Varric tries to? So okay. So initially it seems like Varric's getting targeted. So Varric's counter move. He takes in Bolin. He takes in Bolin, Sue, and Opal. Because we have the connections there. That's half of the tribe. Can you turn anyone from Korra, Asami, Tenzin, or Jinora?
I think you could
turn Jinora. Maybe she's probably
smart enough.
Well, so if you're Jinora, you're a potential swing vote here. Are you going to go with the Varric faction or the Korra faction? Which is a smarter move for you?
Varric faction, because you can basically whisper in Varric's ear all the way to the end.
You think Jinora can control Varric? Why?
Yes, because Jinora is probably the smartest person out there.
Jinora is definitely smarter than Varric, but like, do you think? Okay, so I love this idea. So we have our Jinora Varric secret team now. Okay,
secret team.
So maybe even Jinora and Varric are leading this. So the question is, do Bolin, Opal, and Sue go along with this? I think Sue does. Do Opal and Bolin betray Korra and Asami to go along with this?
I think for the sake of the game, they almost have to. Because if
Why?
they don't, because we saw what happened last time. If we let Korra even get to the merge, it's gonna get bad fast.
Yeah, but I don't think Bolin's doing this if the target is Korra. I think Bolin will only do this if it's Tenzin.
What if it's Asami?
I don't think Bolin would do it to Asami either. Hashtag Bosami. I think the only way they turn is if you target Tenzin here. So is it even worth it?
I'd say it is. Jinora's now the Sierra of the season, though. But okay,
is Varric going to pull this off? Can Varric keep it contained enough for him not to go home here? I think Tenzin gets targeted. I don't think Tenzin is much of a counter move. He doesn't see it coming. He's definitely going to get blindsided here, or not definitely going to get blindsided here, but at some point. You okay with? So you good with Tenzin going here? Based on
I am good with Tenzin going.
Varric counter move. Tenzin is the next person voted out of Survivor or Temple Islands. Okay, interesting. If we go back to that tribe again, that'll be great. So we're at 14.
Wait, so does Tenzin still live there?
Yeah, it's his home, right? He can just, he goes to Ponderosa, which is just his house, right?
Upstairs.
So, yeah, he goes upstairs. Okay. 14 left. We can merge at 12, maybe. So we have 2 more votes to get through here. And the tribes are even, so we're going to keep with these tribes. Lemur tribe wins immunity. Going back to tribal council, Mako, Lin, Pema, Bumi, Kaya, Kai, and Iki. So we have no obvious boots. What stands out to you here?
It's getting tough.
So we had the Pema alliance of Pema, Bumi, Kaya, Kai, and Iki. And then we had the Mako and Lin faction. So what do Mako and Lin do here?
What can they do here?
Does Kai want to stay with this group? I feel like Kai is the least tight.
I bet Mako could grab Kai.
Mako could grab Kai. They've got the friendship. So that's only 3, though. They need
4.
1 more. Iki, Pema, Bumi, and Kai. I don't think... who's breaking from that?
Boomy, maybe?
Why would Bumi break from that?
I don't know. Kaya says something that ticks him off.
No, but Kai's moving to
Kaya.
the... Kaya? Yeah, I guess they could start fighting. Do you think
Kaya and Boomy start fighting. Boomy pouts. Mako finds him, and boom.
Are we saying that Boomy only turns if the target's on Kaya because he's pissed at her?
Yes.
Okay, I like that.
I love Kaya so much, but yes.
So... yeah, but is that really okay? So here's the potential vote: Mako, Lin, Boomy, and Kai voting for Kaya. So what's Pema's counter move to this?
Has anyone found an idol?
We have not yet. We can do that after this vote, but yeah, I think Pema is going to be able to recover. So she could. I feel like Pema has a few options here. She could either try to get Kai back. She could try to get Boomy back or try to get Lin back. Or Lin into her side. I don't know if Lin's turning. So I feel like here's what I think happens. I think Pema goes up to Kai and says, Janora's going to be really pissed at you if you betray me and your sister right now. So I think you got to stick with us, or else when we get to the merge, I'm telling Janora. I think that works on him.
And I think Pema would do that too.
Yeah, I think Pema would do that. Okay, so Pema keeps numbers. Who are they targeting? Mako,
they got to target the flipper.
You're going to target Boomy?
I think so. He flipped.
Yeah, I think Pema gets enough pissed at Boomy. Yeah, Boomy flips and is voted out of Survivor or Temple Island. Okay, wow, that's a great episode. Everyone's going to be talking about, did Boomy overplay his hand? He could have just stayed quiet.
Boomy's the Peter of the season.
He's the Peter. Mako and Lin somehow survive. And here we have 5 out. We're going to potentially merge next episode, or maybe we'll do it at 11. Let's assign an idol here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players left. I'm going to roll it, and then we're going to see if this person would realistically look for an idol. Okay? Mm-hmm. So immunity idols are like things you find that you can play to stay safe at one tribal council. Contestant number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Asami, would Asami look for the idol?
That's a good question. I think so, but I also think she'd feel too safe.
Yeah, I think Asami is has a ton of stuff going through her head, and after that recent almost coup by that yes coup by Varric, Asami's definitely looking, finds the idol. Do we want someone on the Bison Trap to find their idol?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that too.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll see if they would be looking. Iki. Is Iki looking for the idol? She could be.
Iki's looking for a coconut and finds an idol.
Yeah, because she's like going to like play with her baby bison, right? And she's just going all around. She counts all the trees on her Temple Island. She's definitely looking for the idol. Okay, Iki has an idol here. That's great. I think that's realistic. Okay. So we have, who's going to Tribal Council next? Bison wins immunity, Lemur tribe back to Tribal Council, Korra, Bolin, Asami, Varric, Janora, Opal, and Sue. So Varric has just staged this coup, along with Janora, Opal, Sue, in order to take out Tenzin. So and Bolin. So what's Korra and Asami's counter moves here?
Hide in the spirit world?
Yeah, Korra and Asami are too busy snuggling and other activities, and they're just they don't care enough to deal with this right now. Asami just found an idol; they're good. We're gonna rely on the idol play. So does Varric split the votes?
I say he splits the vote. 3 Asami, 2 Korra. Because actually flip that.
3 Korra, 2 Asami.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that means all Korra and Asami need is one person a turn to change it. Bolin, they could guilt Bolin back in. I think they could probably do that.
True.
Varric is leading, and Janora has determined that this is optimal for her. She could go back, though. I don't know. Janora
she would not go back after voting out her dad.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even think about that.
I did. It's blood versus water all over again. Sierra did it.
Janora's Sierra. Yeah, you did say that. You're right. Yeah. Opal and Sue. Opal... I feel like there's 2 options here. There's 3 options. Either number 1, we successfully split the vote 3 and 2 Korra and Asami. Number 2, Bolin is guilted back to turning, or number 3, they just all decide to screw Varric here. I think that's also possible. I don't think Jinora probably doesn't want that. Sue probably doesn't want that. Opal's gonna go with her, I guess. I don't know. Korra and Asami are so popular in this group, though. Are they really gonna have a vote split on them?
That's a good question. I don't know. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know what happens. So Varric wants to split. Is Varric thinking enough to split the vote? At the yes with Jinora controlling him at least. So,
Jinora tells him.
Yeah.
And then he says, I had this idea.
So Sue's going to be with Jinora and Varric. Opal and Bolin. Is either of them flipping back to Korra and Asami?
Maybe Bolin.
Maybe Opal? I don't know. I think Opal could get fed up with Varric too. It's tough. Bolin's very fickle, like, even on the show. Like, this it's hard to figure out what he would do. I think Opal will stick with that alliance, and then Opal and Jinora butted heads too, though. I think Bolin and Opal flip back to Korra and Asami, and with the vote split, they vote out Varric. Let's do that.
Okay.
I feel like that's actually the most likely thing.
That really is.
Yeah. Okay.
Varric made a good run.
But he was definitely not going to do it. This was probably hurts Jinora, but she can recover. No one even knew she was controlling Varric, and Varric is our 6th person voted out here. So now we have 12 left. I think we're going to merge here.
Merge.
Okay, so making the merge. Mako, Lin, Pema, Kaya, Kai, Iki, Korra, Bolin, Asami, Jinora, Opal, and Sue. And we still have 2 idols in play.
Korra Asami made the merge. They can keep dating.
They're both dateable. They can both... No one understands that, but that's okay. And, okay, so this is an interesting group. What do we think group dynamics-wise? These 2 tribes are merging. We have the lemur tribe in general is kind of an alliance. We just voted out the one that was kind of dividing everyone. The bison tribe also kind of one alliance. Going to be interesting to see how these dynamics play out. So, do we think we stick by tribes here?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I think this is a very old school season.
There's an old school season. There's too many. Like different factions here. There's too many potential groupings that I think they're just initially going to try to stick with bison and lemur. So the question is, who's going to flip, right? That's the big question.
Right. First question is who wins immunity?
So let's see who wins immunity. We have 12 players here. And we will say, is this a realistic immunity win? Opal. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially like an airbender winning the endurance challenge to start with, that's totally possible. So Opal has immunity here at our merge booth. This just happened in the season we just saw. Are you caught up yet?
I am caught up, and wow, what an episode!
Yeah, I mean we didn't actually get a boot, but we had a thing. So
we had something. Whatever. Wow.
Who is the Nick swing vote at the merge here? Not really anyone. We just have 2 tribes. So, who's Mako, Lin, Pema, Kai, and Iki? How tight is that group? Mako and Lin were kind of on the
flips.
Could they flip against the Pema alliance?
Mako can jump in with Team Avatar just fine.
Mako and Lin could try to do that too. The problem is you have Pema, Kaya, Kai, and Iki. Jinora definitely seems like her mom and her boyfriend are on the other side there. Was she flipping? Her main ally just got betrayed too.
I'd say she jumps with, say she goes back to her family.
So I think Jinora flips, and potentially Mako and Lin are thinking of flipping. What other dynamics do we have here?
What else is at play?
We have Opal and Sue. Could Opal and Sue become the swing votes?
Lin, Opal, and Sue. Let's not forget that.
Mako, Lin, Opal, and Sue. Is Mako definitely going back to Korra? I think so. Yeah, I think that's happening. So Lin, Opal, and Sue I feel like are our swing votes here.
So let's break this down. We have
the Pema faction led by Pema, which contains Kaya, Kai, Iki, and Jinora.
Okay.
And then we have the Team Avatar faction with Korra, Asami, Bolin, and Mako. And then in the middle we have Opal, Sue, and Lin.
4, 5, 3.
It's okay. 5 and 4 with 3 in the middle.
It's literally Wednesday's episode again.
Well, it's. Was it 5? It was like 4 and... It was
like 4.
It depends where you think Julia was, yeah. So, didn't have enough from edit of Julia, my fave, but that's okay. So, what are we doing here? We have Lin and Sue are definitely going to stick together. Lin, Sue, and Opal, they were all related. Who are they the closest with?
See, it depends on who. I say Lin and Kaya are pretty close, but Opal and Bolin are pretty close.
Yeah, I don't think Opal is gonna... I think Opal's going with Bolin. So Opal's gonna be on the Team Avatar side. So now it's just Lin and Sue in the middle. We have Nick and Michelle here. Who are they gonna favor? The young group or the old group? Except Iki and Kaya and Jinora are with the old group, so I don't know.
I say they go with the Pema Alliance, because I think that Lin, Sue, Kaya, Pema could be a really strong alliance. They have the social game, they have the physical game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see any reason why they would go with the Team Avatar when everyone's likable and they don't have as many connections as they do to Pema and Kaya. But is Lin and Pema they're friendly now.
They're okay now. They're good.
Yeah. Okay.
They've worked out any issues they had in season 1.
Now, that being said, we've got Asami with an idol here. They're on the wrong side of the numbers. This is exactly like our Steven Universe season where the Crystal Gems got pagonged after the merge. But we have...
For the record, pagonging is when one tribe basically gets eliminated one after the other until only one tribe's left.
Member of an alliance, yeah. Korra, Asami, Bolin, Mako, and Opal. So we have Asami with an idol. Who is the Pema faction targeting?
Okay, first, Iki told her mom she found an idol. Let's be honest.
Iki tells everyone she found an idol. For sure.
Iki wore it back to camp.
Yeah, exactly. She wore it back to camp. She's definitely bragging to Jinora. Look what I found. Yeah, exactly. So, they know. Iki has one.
Everybody knows Iki has one.
Yeah. So what about... Asami only tells Korra, though.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So who are we targeting? I think there's a few options. I don't think they're going to target Bolin or Opal. So I think it's either Korra.
Target Opal.
No, I don't think they're... Because remember, Opal's mom and aunt are on.
True, but even if they wanted to, she has immunity.
Oh yeah, Opal has immunity? Is that true? Oh yeah, Opal does have immunity. Okay. So, I forgot about that. So, can't target Opal. So, I don't think we're going to target Bolin because they could potentially get Opal and Bolin to flip at some point. So, it's either Korra, Asami, or Mako. If you're Pema and if you're Jinora, who's probably leading the strategic side, maybe even Kaya, who do you want out here?
Mako.
I feel like Jinora might not want Mako out. I think Jinora and Mako are in good terms. But obviously Jinora...
Everybody's on good terms.
Yeah, that's true. Why wouldn't you target Korra?
That's actually a really great question. And it would kind of make this season better.
If you no, it wouldn't. Come on, don't think like that.
Okay, I mean, it would make it less predictable.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that you wouldn't target Korra because you don't want to throw off the dynamics too much. I think you maybe target Mako to just make no one's going to be incredibly upset if Mako's gone. Maybe Bolin, but maybe you don't target Mako because you think you can get Bolin back. Do you even want Bolin?
I mean, Bolin's a vote.
I think let's target Mako here, and
okay.
Asami's not going to give her idol to Mako. So Mako is our merge boot. What a traditional merge boot. It makes sense. Good showing for Mako in this game. This was as good as it was going to get. So Mako going out here, and Team Avatar is in trouble. So let's roll for immunity now. Bolin wins immunity.
I could see it.
Yeah, definitely could see it. He's the strongest left. Some sort of strength challenge. Okay. Let's look at this. Our main faction: Pema, Kaya, Kai, Iki, Jinora, Lin, and Sue. Are we sticking together here?
I see no reason for them not to.
The only reason, I think the only people who are capable of flipping are Pema, Kaya, and Jinora, who are the ones in power. So I don't see why that would happen. So what's the counter move from Korra, Asami, Bolin, and Opal?
I think they got to play the idol at this point.
Yeah, but okay, what are they going to try to do to convince people first, though?
Okay, before that.
You can definitely try to get Iki. Like, Iki could go anyway. Kai can't flip unless Jinora does. Do you have to try to convince Jinora that now's the time to make her move?
But
I don't think
who?
I don't think that's happening. Like, why would Jinora do that with much more likable people on the other side? The other move is to try to take Lin and Sue back.
I mean, that would be a move, but I guess my thinking would be that they could tell them if Pema or Kaya make the end, they're basically going to win.
Do Lin and Sue have any reason to flip here?
Not really. I mean,
Bolin and Opal are on the other side.
Okay, that's actually a good point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I actually could see Lin and Sue jumping with Bolin and Opal.
If that happens, who are we targeting?
If that happens,
I think it's Pema. I think the only reason if you're Lin and Sue you do this is to try to they've seen the power dynamics in that alliance. They're not on top and they want to cut the head off the dragon. And they're gonna try to take Pema out here.
Right.
So is that a move that Lin and Sue are gonna make?
I could see it happen.
I feel like Jinora isn't going to push back against this because, well, it's her mom, but I don't think this is terrible for Jinora's game to have Pema go.
What about, okay, we got to keep in mind, though, that Iki has the idol and everyone knows it.
Yeah. I still think you just have to do it and hope that Iki's not smart enough to figure it out, right?
No, she's not, but Pema is.
You think Pema can say, give me the idol, and then Iki would do it?
If she says, Iki, sweetie, they're about to send mommy home.
I feel like she just might not do it, though. I don't know if that's
What is Iki going to do with an idol besides give it to her mother?
Wear it and brag about it. Like, obviously. I think that's what would happen. Iki's also smarter than we're giving her credit for here.
She is. She's not that okay.
So I think Lin and Sue are going to flip for this vote to try to get out Pema. I think that makes sense. This is like a very San Juan del Surian type of move to just keep flipping back and forth to take out the big threats. And I don't know. So the question is, does Iki play the idol?
It depends if Pema can figure out that there's a move against her.
Yeah, I don't think Pema knows. I don't know. Does Pema gonna have awareness that Lin and Sue are flipping? I don't think so. So, okay.
I don't know. Pema's.
I'm declaring it. Pema's going out here. She was in power for too long. It's impossible in this configuration for her to keep there's too many people who are going to take her out in this scenario. Okay. It's going to happen eventually. Eventually Jinora was going to have to take her out too. This saved Jinora from being Sierra even more. Double Sierra.
I took out both my parents from Survivor and my sister and my boyfriend.
I think Jinora would want to do that, honestly. She would totally do that. Okay. Winning immunity, 10 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lin wins immunity. That's very possible.
Oh, yeah.
So now we had Lin and Sue flipped back to Opal, Bolin, Asami, and Korra. So now it's Kaya, Kai, Iki, and Jinora on the outs. But without Pema there, this alliance I feel like dissolves
completely.
So what are the new factions?
What happens now? That's a great question.
So I think you're gonna stick with Korra, Asami, Bolin. Opal. I feel like Opal, Lin. Is Opal freed from Bolin? Maybe.
I call it new sub-alliance Kaya, Korra, Asami.
Why?
Because simply put, Kaya goes.
This is the gay girls alliance. Is that what this is?
Kaya goes to them and says, "All girl final 3. Let's do this."
All girls who like girls final 3. Yeah, that's what this is going to be. And
is Kaya confirmed lesbian?
It was a retcon type thing. Yeah, I think they Micro Brand said it at a con. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
they make fanfics.
Oh, they make the women who like women alliance, right? So I think that's possible.
I could see that move happening.
I think Kaya's now freed. I don't think she has any reason to do anything. So right. Kaya's moving to Team Avatar. Okay. So we have Iki, Jinora, and Kai.
They're kind of on their own at this point.
You know, if I'm Lin and Sue, I'm flipping back to those three. Like that's much easier.
They're the easiest votes in the world.
That's much easier to try to go with them because you've Oblivious, Iki, and then I don't know if they're recognizing Jinora. Jinora's laying low so far, so I feel like you have Kai, Iki, Jinora, Sue, and Lin
against Kaya,
Opal,
Bolin.
No, Kaya, Korra, Asami, Bolin, and Kaya. But where's Opal going? I feel like Opal's the last swing vote here.
Oh, that's a good question. Where does Opal? Does Opal go with her mom and aunt, or does she go with her boyfriend?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you do if you're Opal? Opal also is bros with Kai too. And it has been bros with Jinora in the past. I feel like she likes everyone on this other tribe. She also likes everyone on that tribe. So I don't know.
Opal likes everybody.
Everyone likes Opal too, obviously.
Exactly. Oh, this is getting tough.
Yeah. Opal... I think Opal stays with Bolin. I think that's fine. So we have a 5-5 deadlock here. Okay.
Finally, a tie.
Iki with an idol and Asami with an idol. If you're the Jinora faction, who are you targeting?
That's a good question.
I
think target Bolin. If you get rid of Bolin, you can grab Opal. Yeah. Well, you already have Opal. Wait, yeah,
no. Opal went with Bolin. Yeah, you're going to target Bolin there. Okay.
Target Bolin so you can get Opal.
And if you're the Korrasami faction, who are you targeting? Maybe... I don't know if they recognize that Jinora's in charge. Maybe you target Lin or Sue here. Lin. I think you target Lin.
You can't target Lin. You can't. She has immunity.
Oh, Lin has immunity. Yeah, I forgot. Because I like rewrote the factions and I didn't transfer over the immunity win. So
I don't think Opal would
wouldn't go along with Sue. So it's either Jinora, Iki, or Kai.
I think Kai.
You don't target Jinora?
I think that they don't see Jinora as quite the threat she is, but they know targeting Kai is a good move because they would not only...
Would Opal flip to target Kai? Or she's not really flipping. She's more just staying. Okay, we'll target Kai here. So, so does Iki play her idol for Kai? No, they don't really know the vote's going there. I think Jinora just says keep it.
Well, if they...
Does Jinora really care about having Kai around that much? I don't know. I think she's...
I have a survivor rule question.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes 5-5, if they tie, then they do the revote. Can you play an idol before that second vote is read?
I don't believe you can. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. No. I don't.
It's definitely never happened before. I don't think he doesn't say if anyone has an idol, play it now on the revote. So is Asami going to play? Do they recognize that the vote's going towards Bolin? Is anyone going to tell anyone else that the vote's happening here? That who's voting for who?
Could Sue tell Opal? That's probably the biggest possibility. Because they are so open. As a family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's happening, though.
I mean, that's the only possibility. Even though I don't think Asami would play.
I don't think Asami would play for Bolin anyway. Okay,
no.
So we're going 5-5 here. So it's a tie on the first vote. We're going to revote. Who's avoiding rocks by flipping? Who's the most fickle in their alliance? So
let's see here. So now you must vote for either Kai or Bolin. They're not voting.
Yeah.
Wait, are they the only guys left on the season?
Yes, they are. Yeah. That's great. And they're the ones being targeted. That's great. Yeah, we have an unintentional women's alliance here.
Do the women realize they have a women's alliance here?
No. Korra's just so female dominated anyway as a show. Like they don't even realize it. So we're doing. Who's flipping? So who's the potential flips? We have Lin, Sue, and Opal are the potential flippers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lin and Sue just go with Opal.
And then take out Kai?
And then just go take out Kai in the revote. I don't think they want to go to Rocks. They're not they're not that attached to this alliance.
Not at 10. I mean, that's...
Yeah, no reason to go to Rocks at 10. So Kai is gone. 8 females and Bolin left in the game. Let's roll for immunity. Lin wins again, going on an immunity run here. So, okay. So this is... Who even knows where the factions are at this point?
Not any of the 9, that's for sure.
So Jinora and Nikki. Jinora views this alliance as done. So what's Jinora's play here?
Does she try to sneak in with the Women Who Like Women Alliance?
I think you either do that or you try to regroup the Metalbenders Alliance. You try to get Lin, Sue, Opal, Bolin, and her, and potentially Iki to oppose them. Is that a potential alliance? Would Bolin go against? I think
Bolin will do whatever he needs to at this point because he realizes he is in a bad spot.
I don't think Bolin realizes he's in a bad spot. And I think he would go with Opal over Korra and Asami. That's the only thing.
True.
So what does Opal think here?
I mean, she's already flipped so many times. Why not flip again?
She's actually kind of just stayed with her original tribe. She's kind of just stayed with Korra the whole time. She hasn't really flipped.
True.
We've just considered her flipping a lot. So, I think those are both good moves for Jinora, honestly. I feel like Jinora could outplay those three. Jinora also could flip for just one vote if she wants to take out Lin or Sue, which might be a good idea. Taking out Sue's got to be really good here, because that frees up Opal more, and it takes away that pair who's been controlling the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Jinora takes. Okay, so here's my play at this spot. This is Jinora's power play. She takes Iki and she says, "We're gonna join Korra, Asami, Bolin, and Korra, Asami, and Kaya, and we're gonna make a 5, and we're gonna take out Sue. We're gonna tell Bolin and Opal that the vote is on who would they even think the vote is on? That the vote is on Iki or something. And she makes a play to distract from. She's like, I don't care about my sister. We got to blindside her to take out the idol, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she orchestrates a 5-4 here to take out Sue, which I think is in the benefit of her, Iki, Korra, Asami, Kaya, and it's really a good play to free up Bolin and Opal at this point.
It is.
I think that's optimal. I think Korra, Asami, and Kaya are all for that, and Iki's. I think Iki at some point is going to object to being thrown around by her sister, but I think she also could realize that this is a good play for her.
I think she's smarter than Keith Nail. She's not going to sit there at Tribal. Stick to the plan. Don't do anything
Iki's
bad.
going to say, yeah, this is totally the stick to the plan Tribal. This is the Reed move. Jinora is Reed right now. And
don't say that. You'll jinx it.
Does Iki say stick to the plan? No, I don't think so.
Does Iki?
I think this is also a good move for Iki. So I think we're taking Sue out here. Yeah.
Yes.
So Sue is gone at 9. 8 people left. Let's roll it again. Still no immunity idols played. Kaya wins immunity. Could that happen?
Kaya?
Yeah.
Yes, that could happen.
Sure. Okay. So now we have Bolin, Opal, and Lin are pissed because they just got left out of the vote. But at the same time, they're a little bit freed up now. So if you're Lin, this is your only ally got taken out. What do you do here? Do you go back with, do you try to stick with Opal? They were never that close. What do you do?
So yeah, you now have the 5 of, now it's Kaya, Korra, Asami, Iki, and Jinora against basically Bolin, Lin, and Opal. Where does Lin go?
I don't know. Bolin might view himself still with Korra and Asami. Opal might too. So there's one possibility is to just take out Lin. She's the only floater here. Bolin and Opal just float back to.
Yeah, I think they could get everyone against Lin.
That's definitely one possibility. But if you're Jinora, is this the optimal play? If you're Opal, is this the optimal play here?
I think at this point people have to be realizing that. I mean, who's our jury so far?
Oh, I haven't even been keeping track. We should probably be doing that.
It's whoever 12 through 9 are.
It's Mako. We have Mako, Pema, right?
Mako, Pema, Kai, and then
Sue. Okay.
I think people need to start realizing that Korra is a threat. I mean, everyone loves Korra.
Okay, so if you're Jinora and you're Opal, at this point Opal's going to start trying to turn this game. We're at 8 though, right? So this is not really the time. General survivor knowledge says that at an odd number you're going to try to flip things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
specifically
7 is a great time to flip things. So I think that naturally you want to just stick with the alliance you just had with those 5 and vote out Lin. But Jinora has to be thinking, okay, if Korra, Asami, and Kaya are a thing, I don't know if she knows that Kaya's with them yet, but if she does, which probably she does because Kaya previously was with the other tribe and is now just voted with Korra every time.
Right.
You don't want to go to 5 or even 6 with those 3. So
No.
I think Jinora and Opal both say, okay, we'll move at 7. So I think we're going to take the easy vote and vote out Lynn here.
Okay, yeah, that's an easy vote.
Lynn had also been winning immunities, and this is the first time she hadn't won. So Lynn's
so it's
gone.
the Tyson vote.
Yes. Iki, Jinora, Korra, Asami, Bolin, Kaya, and Opal are left. Almost. Oh, all my favorites are still here. Oh, that's a coincidence.
How did that happen?
No, it's a coincidence, probably. I mean, maybe we were biased with Mako. I'm not sure. Jinora wins immunity. Is that possible here?
Yes, if it's any kind of puzzle, yeah.
So we don't really have puzzles like just.
Well, there have been there have been, just not recently.
Jinora could also win any endurance challenge for sure.
True.
She's the most accomplished airbender left, so that would definitely be okay. So Jinora winning immunity is so huge because she could definitely be a target at 7. Iki, Jinora, Korra, Asami, Bolin, Kai, and Opal. All bets are off. What's your play if you're Jinora? What's your play if you're Opal?
If you're Jinora, I think the best move here is to swoop up is to grab Iki, Opal, Bolin, and take out Korra.
For sure. But
even if you're Opal, that's your best move. Because think about it, if you're Opal sitting at Final Tribe, actually,
look at this jury. You know whose big threats are Opal. Everyone's kind of a big threat with this jury. I think Korra may be the biggest. Well, see, I feel like Korra definitely has Mako's vote, but other than that, I'm not sure.
It depends on who she's there with.
So what's your move if you're Korra, Asami, and Kaya? If you're Kaya, is there any chance you flip on Korra and Asami?
I think Kaya can't beat Korra, unfortunately.
I think Kaya can't beat Asami either.
I think she's got to jump.
Okay, so what's your move if you're Korra and Asami? Because even if they still think Kaya's with them, you have to pull in one more.
I think they try to grab Bolin.
Yeah, and Opal too. But then Opal says this isn't good. We gotta go with
I mean, Jinora can stroke Opal's ego, tell her that Korra's basically the only person who can beat her.
Yeah.
So they got to get rid of her.
Yeah, I mean, I think Korra and Asami are going to win over basically everyone. So so we're going to all vote here for Korra. Now, Asami's got to be worried right now. This is 7. This is where you play the idol if you listen to Tyson. This is always where you play it. So the question
is Tyson the one who said that?
Tyson has said this, yes. Just play the idol at 7, yeah. Do you play your idol? Do you play your idol for Korra? Does she realize that we're coming for Korra here?
Well, they think they have Bolin, Opal, and Kaya still. They think it's either Iki or Jinora.
If you're Bolin, can you really hold it in and not tell Korra and Asami that what's going on here? Bolin is the Keith nail. If anyone's the Keith, it's Bolin.
We got to keep in mind though, Iki
also has her idol.
Braggy idol.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is getting complex. Arc 7 last time was just messed up. So
if you're Jinora, you bring Opal over and you say, we gotta have blindside Korra. Don't tell Bolin until the last second before tribal. And then Opal's like, you're right. He's too much of a blabmouth. So then they tell Bolin at the last second, and we're gonna blindside Korra here.
Yes.
Okay, Korra goes out at 7. I think it makes sense. Korra was never gonna win the game unless she, like Steven, won her way to the end. We have 6. This 6 vote's gonna be interesting. Winning immunity is Bolin. Wow, that's big.
That is actually really huge.
Bolin might have been the target here. So, okay. I feel like, here are your power players at 6. You've got Asami, Opal, and Jinora, I feel like. But also Kaya's
Kaya's a dark horse.
I think everyone at this point is really acting independently except Bolin. I think Bolin's probably going to just vote with Opal.
Bolin is the Eric of the season.
What do you do if you're Asami? Yeah, Bolin is the Eric.
Can Opal can that happen? Can Opal cry enough crocodile tears to get Bolin to give her immunity?
No.
Oh, it happened.
Yes, actually, Bolin would definitely give up his immunity for Opal, especially if she started acting mad. Yeah, he would absolutely do that. But
Is that the move?
I don't
Take
think.
out
No, I don't think Opal wants to take out Bolin. But Opal controls Bolin.
Black Widow Brigade.
I don't think that this is a good move for Opal. I think
It's
Opal
not, but it wasn't a good move for Natalie either.
If you're Iki, what do you do here?
That's a great question. What is Iki even thinking at this point? She's at Final 6 with an idol that everyone knows about. What is she possibly thinking?
You can only play your idol now or at 5. That's the last time.
Exactly. Iki would just want to take it home with her.
Yes, probably. Who do you like most of these remaining 5 if you're Iki? Maybe you're on good terms with Jinora at the moment. Does Iki like Asami? I don't know. Kind of, right?
I mean, I don't think
Iki
he
like
dislikes
Opal?
her.
Maybe. Iki likes Kaya.
Yeah, of course, Aunt Kaya.
I think Kaya's going to go try to take in Iki for a 2. So who's their third? I think they either say, okay, we have three kind of hyper power players here in Asami, Opal, and Jinora. Which one do we stick with? And I think Jinora is probably the one you would naturally go with.
Oh yeah, I think Jinora, Kaya, Iki would be a great alliance.
Okay, so what do you do now? Is Asami trying to get Opal and Bolin?
I mean, she kind of has to.
Or if you're Opal, don't you just go with Jinora to take out Asami, who's going to win over everyone at the end?
And Opal's smart enough; she would see that too.
Would Bolin take out Asami?
I think Bolin prefers Opal over Asami.
If you're Opal, what do you try to like force a tie, or do you go with Jinora? Opal doesn't necessarily know that Jinora, Iki, and Kaya has become a thing, though.
Right. I would like to apologize to all fanfiction writers for who have complained about writing their fake seasons too slow. I fully understand now the complexities you deal with.
This is tough. I don't know. What do you even? I think Kaya, Iki, and Jinora make sense, and I think they try to pull in Opal and Bolin. Okay, so we're going to target Asami at this 6.
Okay, Asami has
an idol. Asami figures it out and plays the idol. Who is Asami want out of these remaining?
Honestly, Jinora's a huge threat.
I think it's Jinora, Opal, or Kaya. Kaya did flip on them.
Yeah, but I think Kaya's kind of like the Cass here, where you can take her as far as you want, but she may not win.
Yeah.
Jinora could win.
Okay, I think you target Jinora. So here's the scenario. Okay, this all comes down to Iki. So it's 6. They vote. It's 5-1, but Asami plays her idol. Jinora sees Asami playing her idol, and this is exactly the Jeremy and Kelly Wentworth moment.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So Jinora knows that she's a big target. So Jinora says, Iki, give me your idol. I have to play this here. Does Iki say yes? She could. I think.
Does Jinora bribe her with anything? Like
I'll give
a
you
toy, food, whatever.
I'll give you my smiley faced, whatever the thing Milo had in that episode. I think. Would Iki listen to Jinora?
I think
she might. I mean, our biggest. A lot of people probably remember them fighting in 404, but like that's like an exception. They're usually getting along, I think.
I mean, they're sisters. They're gonna fight every now and again, but ultimately they are sisters.
They could, because Asami could be targeting Jinora, but Iki and Jinora could figure out that Asami's not targeting Iki. That wouldn't make sense, especially when she has the idol around her. I think that Iki will give her idol to Jinora. What do you think?
Okay,
but I'm biased. Do you agree with that?
I think she would. I think
it makes sense. Okay, so no votes are cast. We had both.
I think our fans hate us that we do this every time.
I mean, yeah, we have to have the most interesting possible. So we have no votes cast. Both idols were played.
Oh no, not this again.
On the revote.
No.
On the revote, Jinora.
So Jinora,
Bolin, and Asami are immune.
Yes.
And you. Wait, okay, so it's complicated.
Not again, no.
Jinora, Bolin, and Asami are immune, right?
Yes.
So,
everyone votes. You can only vote for Kaya, Iki, or
Opal.
Is
that how this worked, though?
Yes. Because basically no votes were cast, so it wasn't a tie, so everyone gets to vote again, but the idols stay in effect. So now those 3 are all immune. Remember, because then they ended up with a tie, and then 5 people were immune, and then they had to go. They almost went to rocks.
But didn't this happen at 6? Didn't this happen at 6 in Cambodia though?
Yes, and this is exactly how it played out.
But they didn't vote again.
Yes, they did.
There definitely weren't 3 people voting, right?
No, it was all 6 vote.
Oh, it was a 3-3. This isn't a 3-3 though. Okay,
right.
So
yeah, now we start fresh again, but 3 people are immune. But everyone gets to vote.
Iki, Kaya, or Opal. So okay.
Yes.
What even happens here? Because you can't vote for Asami, and it was 5-on-1. So
what's Asami's vote here? Like,
Asami probably wants to take out Opal, second most to Jinora, but
what happened? Because you can't take out Asami; she's immune. It's either Iki, Kaya. I think Opal's the next biggest threat.
I think Kaya, Jinora, Iki want to vote for Opal here. That seems
that's the move. I think
Asami would. I think Asami's also okay with that.
4-2.
4-2, and then Opal and Bolin vote for
literally anybody. Well,
Iki,
not anybody,
I guess. Okay,
Iki.
so yeah, I think you won. Yeah, I think Opal goes in that spot for sure. Okay, Opal voted out at 6. That's unfortunate. Bolin not going to be happy. We're at 5 now.
How is Bolin still here?
Kaya wins immunity.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, what even? Okay, so the natural thing is, do Kaya, Iki, and Jinora stick together to take out Asami? What's Asami's counter move? Bring in Bolin.
Bolin, obviously.
Which
Could she grab Iki?
That's the
and
only
say, Iki, your sister used you.
Yeah. But isn't Iki happy with this result? Then go things. Okay, so Iki again is the swing vote here.
Iki is our PD.
Yeah, but I think if you're Iki, like, do you really go with Asami and Bolin, who both just easily win at the end, or do you go with Jinora and Kaya, who are much more disliked on this cast because they've been masterminding things? I think if she's thinking strategically, she's going to stick with Jinora and Kaya.
Yeah.
But
the question is Iki thinking strategically?
Yeah. What could Asami say that would like get Iki to act irrationally?
Iki, I'll buy you a car.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that the producers step in. No, that's not allowed. You can't offer that. We don't want this turning into a dream situation again. So.
Oh no, not again.
Is Iki the Yao Man? I don't know. No, Asami's the Yao Man. Okay, so who's? I think Iki just stays with Jinora and Kai. That's crazy that Iki isn't flipped on her sister, but it just doesn't make sense here.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take out Asami. Asami's winning if she makes it to the end. So Asami's voted out at 5. People aren't going to be happy, but that's the way it goes on Survivor. Okay, this is going to be a final 3. Do you agree?
Yes, final 3. I think that's our best bet unless we did 16 people.
Yeah, it was 18 and we had no medevacs, no quits. Who's winning immunity of these 4? This is so essential.
Please do not be Bolin, please.
Kaya wins again immunity. Is that possible? I think
yes, it's totally possible.
Okay, so you got to take out Bolin.
You have to.
Okay, let's look at this jury, because this is totally a jury move. Mako, Pema, Kai, Sue, Lin, Korra, Opal, and Asami. Does Bolin win if he makes the end?
I think Bolin gets Mako. I think Bolin gets Korra and Asami, probably. You know he gets Opal. Probably gets Lin and Sue.
Okay, we're voting Bolin out. He's too much of a jury threat. What's your move if you're Bolin? You try to get Iki to force a fire making challenge. Do you think? And if Iki didn't go with them last vote, she's not going here.
No.
Bolin is our last jury member. Am I missing anyone on the jury here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 person jury with the final 3. Yep. Okay. Yep. So here's our finalists.
How did this happen?
This is a pretty unlikely final 3. We have Iki. I mean, the Jinora makes sense. We said she'd be one of the masterminds. And Kaya, I think this was a good place for Kaya to end up. Like, she might not end up winning among this final 3, but, I think she'd have a better shot than against anyone else.
I think this is Kaya's best spot possible.
This is Kaya's best possible spot. She still might lose to Jinora, but we'll see. Okay. So, one thing I wanted to talk about here at this jury. Last time we totally went with in-show alliances, but I also think we should consider tribal alliances based on what the game they just played and kind of merit-based voting too.
Well, we kind of had to go with in-show alliances because the entire tribe got decimated.
Yeah, true. So, it's more complicated here. Let's start Mako. Okay, so here are the jury speeches. I mean, Janora's like, I masterminded it all.
I controlled Varric, I controlled this person, I controlled that person.
Yeah, she like reveals the Varric bomb. She's like, that was kind of early though. And she's like, I got targeted, and despite that, I recognized that the vote was on me. I got EQ to play the idol. Like, this is great. I pulled Kaya away from you two on the jury. I always think it was her best move. Kaya says, I flipped back and forth, and I should have been taken out long ago, but I still made it. And then Iki says, how am I here?
Iki says, what's Survivor?
Yeah, no, but she could totally, I don't know. Iki has a valid argument too. I think all three of these have a valid argument based on the game they played.
I think the fact that, because it's rare that we see an older woman make it to the end. Like, and by older, I mean like over 25.
Yeah, and usually the jury is very bitter against them, but not this jury probably.
Denise.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you have Denise is the big example, right? Yeah. Mako. Who's Mako voting for?
Out of Janora, Kaya, Iki.
Some of these are obvious, not Mako. Like,
Mako is...
I think Mako could vote for Janora or Kaya.
Not Iki.
I think Mako will vote for Iki. Mako and Janora are book club buddies. That's kind of like a collective headcanon, though. Not really a thing, but they're kind of. So they've gotten along in the past. Kaya...
I think he'd go with. I think Mako's a big like honor person. I think he'd go with. He'd respect Kaya's game the most.
He might go. Kaya was in his like original alliance too, but so was Janora, wasn't she? Yeah.
No, Janora. No. Iki was. Janora was not.
Janora flipped right at the merge.
True.
But Kaya was on his original tribe. I could see Mako voting for Kaya. But we could potentially change that. He also is buddies with Janora, so we'll see. Okay, Pema. Pema, I think Pema is going to vote for one of her daughters, whoever is the most likely. Even though Pema and Kaya were allies, she's going to vote for her daughter, the one who's the biggest chance.
Kaya is also her sister-in-law.
True. But I think she'll vote for the daughter she thinks is the best chance to win. Janora. Kai is going to vote for Janora.
Not a question.
Sue.
I'd almost say Sue and Lynn go Kaya, just because they respect their game.
Yeah, I think Sue and Lynn go Kaya. I agree. So now we are at 3 Kaya, 2 Janora. Korra.
Ooh.
Korra's vote is tough.
Ooh. That's a great question.
So Korra originally was aligned with Janora on her original tribe. Korra probably feels spurned. Here's the question. Do Korra and Asami feel bitter towards Kaya because they had a final 3 pact and Kaya betrayed them at like 7 or something, right?
Korra's such a hothead. I think Korra's bitter, Asami's not.
I agree. Korra's bitter. Korra votes Janora, and they have more of a bond anyway, and Asami votes Kaya.
Okay.
So now we're at...
That's 4 for Kaya, 3 for Janora, 2 votes left.
Opal and Bolin.
And now it gets fun.
What do they even do? What do Opal and Bolin might vote Iki. Like, what do they even do?
Bolin votes Iki purely because he can.
No, he's not. Well, we'll see. I think Bolin might
Philip
vote.
Shepard got a vote.
Opal is going to influence his vote at Ponderosa. And the question is, who does Opal think should win this game?
I think that's a great question because really it does come down to that then, doesn't it?
I think that there's a few lines of thought here. One is that Opal's definitely going to respect Janora's game because they're kind of similar players in the game. They both flipped a lot, and they're both trying to pick up pieces. Also, they work together kind of out of necessity several times throughout the game. Mm-hmm. Also, Opal and Janora are sometimes buddies, sometimes butt heads, personally. But I think Opal's going to try to view it objectively. So what does Opal think of Kaya's game?
I think the fact that Kaya... First off, Kaya was a bit of a challenge threat. Like, she won multiple immunities.
Bolin would respect that more than Opal, I think. Yeah.
I think Bolin does have some influence here, too. Like, I think they operate more as a pair than we give them credit for. I think Bolin would respect the fact that Kaya won multiple immunities. I think the sheer fact that Kaya survived that tribe, like, that she somehow managed to make it through...
Opal didn't see any of that, though. Opal and Bolin were on the other side. That's another thing. Opal and Bolin were with Janora originally.
Well, I mean, even after the merge, Kaya was kind of near the bottom a lot.
She was originally with the majority when they got Janora to flip, right? And Opal also... who else? I don't know. So... Uh,
It does come down. Honestly, do you think they'd split and Bolin go Kaya, but Opal go Jinora?
I think Opal's voting Jinora. I don't know about Bolin. Let's revisit Mako too. Opal's voting Jinora. I think that's
Okay,
fair.
so right now we're 4-4.
Except let's revisit Mako's vote. So
I think Mako's voting Kaya. Like, I'm hard pressed on that one.
because Mako and Bolin also could influence their own votes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are Mako and Bolin pissed at each other because of how this game ended up?
They're brothers.
Yeah, well, they've been pissed in the show before. Like,
I'm sure they're fine after one day at Ponderosa.
okay, it's 4-4. Bolin votes Iki. What happens now?
What has the show
this has never happened in the show. So I think the answer is we don't know what would happen because this has never happened in Survivor. I think that what would happen is
they would revote only for
Bolin
Jinora or Kaya.
Okay, yeah, let's have everyone revote. Let's do it again, and let's see who could potentially change his votes. I feel like Pema's voting Jinora. Korra's voting Jinora. I think Kai is voting Jinora. Those are 3 solid for Jinora. Sue and Lynn, I think, are voting Kaya for sure. And that's it. So let's revisit Asami, Mako, Bolin, and Opal's votes. I think those are the most question marks. So Asami, we're revoting here. What is Asami thinking? Do you think if I flip to Janora's going to win? Does she think that that's something she would want to do? She just saw her bae Korra do that. Vote for Janora.
That's a good point.
I think that's a possibility. Bolin, what's Bolin thinking? He just voted for Iki. To be fair, they were in episode 107 or whatever, 108. They were friends, so I think that made sense a little bit.
I think, where does Bolin jump from here? Wait. Does Asami know Korra voted Jinora?
I mean, they know from Ponderosa, and maybe she's like, okay, I'll disagree on this, but now that they're revoting, they have to consider it. I think Bolin and Asami are potentially influenced by their love interests, Opal and Korra, who both voted for Jinora. But is Opal still voting for Jinora? I think Korra is voting for Jinora, probably.
I could see Opal realizing how close Kaya is.
This is also interesting. We didn't even mention this. Jinora and Kaya have a supposed bond in the show, which we never really saw. They more showed, not told it, or told, not showed it. But yeah, I think that's an interesting final 3. But yes, so Opal. Anyway, Opal votes Kaya.
I think Opal could jump to Kaya, seeing that Kaya, because I mean, at first glance, you would think Kaya's like the GOAT. Like, Kaya's just there because someone has to be there. But I think seeing that it was 4-4, she might realize Kaya has a legitimate shot and vote for her. Yeah,
but we also remember the argument for Opal's vote was that she respected Jinora as a similar player and they'd worked together before. They also worked with Kaya, though. They did. I think
Jinora didn't really have as tough a time as Kaya, because Jinora, I think, always kind of had people with her.
I mean, Kaya Jinora also did
work her way to the end.
If Jinora didn't convince Iki to get the idol for her, she wouldn't have gotten
but how hard was that?
I mean, I don't know. I think that's an argument against Jinora winning, right? Because she almost got voted out. But
yeah,
I really think Mako could vote Jinora. I think that's possible. I think Opal could vote Kaya. I think Asami could vote Jinora, and I think Bolin could go either way. So
I think what we're seeing here is that one of us really wants Jinora to win, and the other really wants Kaya to win.
I mean, I'm trying to be objective here, and
sure.
I don't know. Like, okay, let's look at each vote in 3 factors. Factor number 1 is in-show alliance. Okay. In-show bias. Factor number 2 is tribal biases, and factor number 3 is merit-based. And
okay.
So Mako's vote. In-show alliances.
Does he go Kaya? Oh, so you're saying whichever they get more of, that's the person they vote for.
Yeah, so in-show alliances, I think Mako worked with Kaya more. They're on the original tribe together, and they kind of stayed together in most of the game. So for that reason, she would vote Kaya. That's tribal alliances, sorry. In-show alliances, I think it's Jinora, because I think we've seen them together more.
Mm-hmm.
And then merit-based. Whose game is Mako going to respect more?
I think Kaya, because Kaya never relied on an idol.
Do you think Mako's very anti-idols? Why is that?
I think Mako's more, old-fashioned, hard work. No.
Yeah, I could see it.
He might
Okay,
feel
okay.
idol's a cop-out.
Mako
It's
votes Kaya.
Mako.
Okay, I think that's true. So now we're at
So we're one Kaya.
Well, okay. So we had 3 votes for Jinora and 2 votes three definites for Jinora, 2 definites for Kaya. So now it's 3 and 3. Okay. So it comes down to Asami, Bolin, and Opal. Let's look at Asami's vote. In show alliances, I would say Jinora probably.
Have we seen Asami and Kaya at all?
I don't think so. So let's go with Jinora for that. Tribal alliances. Asami started on the same tribe as Jinora, but Jinora flipped away from Asami. And Jinora is also the reason Asami got voted out. But also, Asami's also very mad at Kaya, too. Remember that. Merit-based, I think it could be either, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're going to stick by original tribal lines, then she's going to vote Jinora, but Jinora flipped at the merge.
Yeah, Jinora did flip, the moment she could.
But Kaya also flipped at, the worst time for her. Kaya's definitely the reason she was voted out.
But is she a bitter jury person, or does she respect that?
We said Korra was more bitter than her. She's still a little bitter, probably.
I would like to think Asami is more level-headed.
Tribal alliances, these 3 factors. In-show, Jinora, tribal. You could make an argument either way. They're both aligned for basically the same amount of time.
True.
So let's put that as a 50-50. And then merit-based, I feel like that's split too. I don't know. Do you think that could be Kaya more?
I think merit goes more towards Kaya.
From Asami's perspective, did Kaya do anything though? Because she just aligned with them and then kind of sat there and then moved away from her. Does she respect that game? Maybe she takes credit for Kaya making it because she took Kaya in when she would have been targeted earlier.
Yeah, I think Asami would vote Jinora. I think you're right on that one.
Overall, if that's 50, if that's split, okay, that's a really close vote. But let's do, and she might have flipped, and we're flipping anyway. She might have seen, she knows Korra voted Jinora to make everyone happy. To vote Jinora. Okay, so it's 4 Jinora, 3 Kaya. It comes down to Bolin and Opal. Let's look at Bolin's vote here. In-show alliances, that's kind of neither.
I think he's close with both of them.
Yeah, I don't think it's either. Tribal alliances. Bolin was on the same tribe. It's the same thing, though. Bolin was on the same tribe with Jinora, but Jinora flipped at the merge. Bolin was never really working with Kaya. Yeah, Bolin was working with Kaya when Bolin was
he just didn't realize that was a sub-alliance.
Yeah. So I think that's split, too. Merit
and then
based.
merit.
So whose game does Bolin respect more?
See, neither of them played a mean game. That's the thing.
Yeah. I think you could look at maybe Jinora played a mean game because she flipped back and forth. Maybe, but I think the one who's getting the most flack here is Kaya, definitely for flipping on the Korra-Asami alliance. Does Bolin really hate her for that?
I doubt it. Didn't eventually Bolin flip on Korra?
Did Bolin? Yeah, maybe. He actually probably did. Went with
yeah,
Opal, yeah.
So he really can't be mad at Kaya for flipping on Korra.
I think it's split. Okay, let's move to Opal. Opal, in-show alliances, Jinora. Tribal alliances, what did Opal do with the merge?
Oh god, it's been so long.
Opal and Jinora both flipped on their tribe at the merge, okay. But they flipped to Kaya. I think Opal was with Jinora much more than Kaya. And then, merit-based, you could say Kaya, but Jinora 2 out of 3. Opal's voting Jinora. So, Bolin's vote, we could say Bolin votes Kaya. Okay, I'm calling it. 1 hour 40 minutes in. Jinora wins Survivor Air Temple Islands.
5-4?
5-4.
On a revote.
On a revote. It was very close. Because Asami flips her vote. That's the reason.
I like this outcome better than last season. I like this.
Either one would have been good. I do feel like Janora's a more realistic win at the end when people are potentially mad at Kaya and Janora played a more obviously strategic game. But
she did.
But, that being said, Kaya obviously also had I'm not saying that Jinora like deserved to win more, but I feel like it's the more obvious win at the end.
So Iki was the Lapis of the season.
Iki's the Lapis, gets third place. Yeah, I don't think that's the same thing, but okay. So I think both Jinora and Kai are coming back for All Stars, so that's not a problem. But here we
are building towards
eventually
OVA Survivor All Stars.
Yeah. So here we go. Jinora wins. Obviously, that had nothing to do with my influence. Definitely not. So let us know if you thought that was a realistic outcome. if you got to the end,
if you're still with us,
send us an ask hashtag Team Jinora, hashtag Team Kaya, who you think should have won at the end. And
what's our hashtag for the week? What's our
for the overall? I mean,
for like the whole thing. I think hashtag blank of the season because I said that easily 10 times.
No, that's you can't have hashtag blank. I don't think that is like
the word blank.
Could be that. It could be hashtag Gay Women Alliance too. I think that was it. That didn't work out, but it was
hashtag Women Who Like Women Alliance.
Yeah, exactly. That's more accurate. Yeah. So there you go, and let us know what you thought of the outcome. If you made it to the end, let us know. And you can send us comments, overlyanimated.com on YouTube comments, or send us Tumblr asks, probably there. Yeah, let us know if you want to do more Survivors. We're definitely going to do Avatar, and then I don't know what the next one would be after that.
I think we kind of have... we're running out of shows with big enough cast. That's the issue.
Well, it's also like stuff we both watch. That's a problem, right?
I think Adventure Time has enough people.
Yeah, we could do Adventure Time. You didn't watch Gravity Falls, though.
I have not seen all of Gravity Falls. I think at one point we're going to have to do I don't want to say maybe Nick versus Cartoon Network. That way we can get major characters from a bunch of shows.
I agree. We'll have to do others too at some point. So, okay, our next two are probably Avatar, then Adventure Time.
Then we'll work it out.
I'm already on hashtag Team Flame Princess for the Adventure Time one. So
Team Breezy. And yes, we're putting Breezy in.
Breezy's not making the cast. Okay.
Breezy is...
Adventure Time will spend half the time talking about the cast. That's the main problem, is take the 100 characters. Okay, this might be our longest OVA podcast, but there you go.
I am proud to be a part of OVA history with you, Dylan.
There you go. I don't know if that's true or not. Me and Mel went kind of long on some of the Pixar ones. It's either that or this. So that's good, though. I'm glad we got to an hour 40 minutes or something. Let us know what you thought. Oh, yeah, this ad-free podcast is brought to you by our patrons. You can support us on patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to Shayna, Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, a.k.a. Hey Now Fever, Mitch, Cordell, University, Beach Exchange, Frank, William, Buzz Lightyear, Mailman, Rachel Rose, Johnny Bravo, Brian, and Cookie Cat. Especially thanks to fellow Survivor fan Mitch, who was all over this for the Steven Universe one. And so, yeah, I don't know when we're posting this, but the next one we'll do is Avatar. And then... Adventure Time, then let us know what other shows we could do or other potential all-encompassing gimmicks for, Nick Cartoon Network or something like that. Stuff like that. Last comments, Justin.
I love this. This is fun. We need to do more of these. This is good.
Yeah, it was good. Had a good time. This one, I felt more pressure doing this one. I don't know.
Much.
The end was stressful.
This is because think about it. If we're comparing to Survivor, Steven Universe, that was our Borneo. That was our test run. This is Australian Outback. This has to be the best one.
Yeah, a lot more pressure. Avatar is that's gonna be tough. It's people getting mad at us for I don't know. I feel like Aang's not gonna be good. Anyway, we'll see when we get there.
Hashtag Cabbage Guy wins Survivor.
He's not making the cast. Definitely not.
Hashtag he's not making the cast.
Or Breezy, neither making the cast. Thanks for listening, guys. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.